I was born in November of 1964, which makes me a Sagittarius, the most philosophical of all the signs. Hooray! I grew up in the 1970s, which was the best time to be alive, in my opinion. Because the rock and roll was good in the 1970s. And I'll tell you why, because there were some dudes out there that knew how to make rock and roll records. Jack Douglas understood if you put Joe Perry on this channel and Brad Whitford on this channel and you just let them go, you got it. Vanden Young understood if you put Malcolm Young on this side and Angus Young on this side and you let AC/DC make a record, it'll be great. Ted Templeman knew if you put Eddie Van Halen on this side and Eddie Van Halen's Echo on that side, you make a record, it'll be great. So my friends and I would get together every weekend. We lived, anybody ever been to Louisa, Kentucky? Right on. We had a little plaza and there wasn't a lot going on, and on Friday and Saturday nights we would just pile into a car and just cruise around in circles in that plaza. And we had a little stereo 8-track player in our car, and we would blast out the 8-track songs, and we were listening to like Blue Oyster Cult, Thin Lizzy. And it was the most important time in our lives. We just lived for that weekend. So I wanted to write this song to try to get that feeling back on what it was like to just not care about anything else except blasting the tunes and cruising around. Here's a song called The 8-Track Weekend. The car was a 73 Berkeley Common. The destination, an 8-track weekend. An 8-track weekend. Get heavy. I gotta tell you something. The world has changed so much in the last 40 years. what we thought was heavy back then, the kids don't think it's heavy now. Because we went through speed metal and dark metal and thrash metal and forest metal and Swedish death metal, metal that doesn't even exist. But back then we had a band called Nazareth. Nazareth had a song called The Hair of the Dog. And I'll tell you this, there wasn't a band in the world any heavier anywhere than when Dan McCafferty sang, "Now you're messing with a son of a bitch." Eight-track weekend, thank you all.